Okay, so why hello there, miss me. So today they had a translated or non-translated conference on Epic 7, I believe in Korea, but who knows where they actually are. It was translated live by K Gaming, by the way. Pays to know you're Korean, right? So figured I'd give my thoughts on it, and then people in the chat, you can give your thoughts on it too. I believe you can see what they're saying. Here it is. All right, so let's get to this here. Kook versions. Alright, let's do this. Question. I want to ask you about macro. Many people are using macros. Other games stop macros. E7 has never banned people from using macros because you never make auto. Why do you not ban people for using macros? Is it because people spend a lot? Answer me, please. Answer. We have logs about macros as well. We change UIs to prevent macros. We cannot say it is 100% macro from the log. We'll try our best to stop macros. So, yeah, pretty much. Well, let's see what else is here. So you're saying you can't stop them. It is so easy to get the macros. No one from the community says they got banned. Answer, we try our best to ban them. So apparently they're not taking the macro thing super seriously. Or if they are, they're being super incognito about it. Personally, it's whatever. I mean, part of that is they're not implementing a bunch of the auto features that most games have, despite promising this ever since the Korean release, and that's on them publicly. The cheating's on the cheaters, but there's always going to be cheaters, especially in gacha games. That's how that goes. Question. Did you test the ML chance 40 times? Answer. No, we haven't. The fundamental reason why I said 40 times ML Pity Summon is to let you know what we're thinking, and we hear what you want. In the future, we would like to give you our exact plans and feedback. 40 ML summon. Ambo, have you done 40 ML summons? Because you summon more than anyone I know. ML summons. I don't think I've done more than maybe 15, 20. Now, granted, I'm not like a hardcore player, but I can't imagine doing like my 40th summon and then getting we're just getting to that point, but I don't know, maybe they'll add more ways to get crystals later. You don't think it's that close? No. Okay, because I know you're 6-starring people all the damn time, so. Alright, let's see here. I don't know about that system, because honestly, if I ever pull 40 times ML, and I already got 10 anyway, so it reset 2 or 3 ML pulls ago, so. It's worthless to me, and I don't think that, not that I'm saying that it should be lower, but I don't think that anyone's going to stick around, you know, that long if they got to do, what's that, the equivalent, 20 summons times 120 summons for 6, unless you get it from a drop or a quest or whatever, you get some of the stones. Oh, we have to pay Hunt, and we buy leaves to get better equipment. Do you think the cost we pay to get better gear is reasonable? Answer, we're working on it now, so that means no. But they're not going to say anything. Speaking of ML summons, you got Rule of Light last week. Oh, nice. Yeah, Sheik got that too, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have a rail, but I do have Shooting Star Arcades. ML 3-star, we don't use it. What do you think about improving them? SC for them in the future. SC. Let's see. Well, let's see. Answer, I wish we could work on all these at once. We are thinking about the pity system for gear as well. What is the exact date? Probably in September. Right now it's July, August, September, so maybe 2 months down the road. Raid, Automation Tower. You know about immunity. Are you thinking about removing those immunity from the boss? Answer. We have meant those boss to be challenging. We're thinking about new contents where they would not have those immunities. Yeah, to be honest, I have level 83 of the other, not the automation, but they're called the Abyss. That one's cooking me at the moment just because I have a bunch of AoE deeps that's not necessarily super crazy top tier deeps, even though it's good deeps. So I can't kill the packs fast enough for, there's this crystal in front. And the crystal, every time it gets, there's like an AoE attack that goes off, it combat readiness is the crystal, and every 2 turns, the crystal makes everyone immune. And if you don't keep the boss debuffed, I forget exactly what it was, but he's buffed in some way. But then even if you like take a bunch of single target damage in and you kill a crystal, he just reses the crystal. And he permanently sleeps one party member at random, so but apparently that's nothing compared to floor 90. The way that is. Alright, let's see here. Those things prevent us from investigating and many heroes. You gonna keep those systems? I'm assuming they mean like Molagora and that type of. When we talk about character usage, ML Araminthia, we use her a lot in Arena, but we don't use her in other content. Those immunity differentiates the usage of heroes. Clearly this is translate, guys, so forgive the grammar and stuff. Let's see here. Other mobile games have different policies. This is the answer. We made it from 75 to 80. It's good for beginners, and it's not good for players with high level. We'll think about changing it. Man, there's a lot of what we think, and we might, and we're investigating. There's not a lot of, we're planning, or we're going to. So that's kind of... not hopeful for me. Question. I'm here as a reporter. What's up, Zup? You aren't happy with it? Yeah. I'm not that happy with it so far, but we'll keep going here. I'm here... excuse me, this is a question. I'm here as a reporter, but I don't think I have the chance to ask questions as a reporter. So I'm gonna ask as a user. If you tell us what is wrong with our news, we're open to talk about it. ML pity system. If you saw the community atmosphere, it's a disaster. Do you really think about going for ML 40 ML pulls pity summon? I like this question. I played Hunt during fucking Christmas. He's cussing. Yeah, who's this reporter? I gotta get them over here. I love the game so much. You said we pull characters and we use them in all the contents, but I don't see any chance for me to get an ML character that I want. Are you aware that it is a .014 to pull a hero that you want? After Lilibet banner, there is absolutely no chance for future users to pull Lilibet later on. Do you have any plans to make the summon system better in the future? Answer. I want to thank you for bringing the questions up. The reason why I told you about 40 ML pity summon is to give you what we think, and hear what you think. We'll discuss about it later on. Pretty much didn't answer him at all. What? Okay, question. What I felt from playing this game is you want to earn money. People here are all weebs. Really? They're translated into weebs. We never felt angry about playing the games from Cygames. The devs there never showed any gesture about earning money. They made animation in the game, but you? No. When I asked you guys about any plans to make any merch about E7, you said we'll talk about it internally. So is he pretty much saying he wants like plushies and that type of thing? Make sure I read that right. Yeah, weebs. Well, for those who don't know, they do actually make some like plushies and stuff, but it's all like basically Korea only, as far as I can tell. And then they might have leaked to other countries. Definitely not the US though. We were going to make animation in Netflix for 2 months, but it didn't turn out well. We really wanted to spend the money that we earned from E7 to invest into the game. Is that true? They were going to make a little Netflix thing? You know, Epic 7's one of the few gachas, I think, they can make an animation based off of their world, whereas a lot of gachas are based on anime, or, you know, some popular gaming series or something. But Epic 7, you know, it's all pretty unique characters. That'd actually be pretty lit if they got some animation thing going on. ML Nat 5 pity summon needs to be changed. Never salty about the weird stuff. So breath. I want to talk about spending money in the game. I believe those people who came to the conference have spent a lot of money in the game. The way you are calling us are either heirs or users. Are you thinking about any plans to give out refunds? What the heck? We hear a lot of voices saying we need to give out refunds. We cannot tell you anything about it because it consists of a lot of companies. We are trying to improve the game, but we're not here to tell you that we're going to close down the game, so we're not giving out refunds. I guess I just don't know what that controversy is. Lots of non-answers, though. But... About Mulligora refund, I believe not many of us are using Nat 3 heroes, so it is not that great. I think it's better for you to remove Mulligora or make it resettable. You said there's going to be a guild raid system. When are you going to come up with the contents? Answer. We had opinions about it internally, Mulligora removed. I said no to them. I will tell you why. When you raise your heroes, you put your emotions into it. Oh boy. The power of friendship anime, baby. By making it recallable, you make the hero not usable anymore. But if you say those things are important, I'll think about putting a recall system as well. Well, oh god. So originally, like back in the day, one of the things that actually attracted me to Epic 7 was that you could beat the game with all street 3-star heroes, and you probably still can if you want to, but that was before a lot of the nerfs hit. So, I forget her name, but the chick with the axe and the bikini top, she was like really useful because she had combat readiness. You know, like Kyrus was actually pretty usable in a lot of content. And then it got to America, and all of a sudden when it was global actually, yeah, Tierra, that's her name, yeah, Elson, yeah. And then when it got to global, everyone was like, these 3-star characters are too powerful, nerf them all, and they did. So now people are complaining that they want to take the Mulligora away from the 3-star characters. Like, I get it, don't get me wrong, I get it, but like the community spoke and said these 3-star heroes are too powerful, so what do you expect if you invested in them? You know, same thing with like Carmen Rose, even though Carmen Rose is still pretty usable, but you know, compared to some of the mages they put out now, Carmen Rose might as well be a rogue, the way that she operates. But anyways, so it's kind of funny to see everyone bitch about 3 stars. Oh, we want all our stuff back. Well, you get what you ask for sometimes. You said there's gonna be they listen too much to Reddit, yeah. Good times, Reddit. Answer. There's another answer. 1017, World Boss Guild Raid System. You use 3 to 4 heroes on your team, but by making World Boss System, we were planning it so you could use more than 4 heroes, and it is taking longer than we expected. That's another answer I would expect, because they're kind of doing the same thing, supposedly, with the pet system. Whereas I called for, what was it, about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer. You know, just put a bare bones pet system in for now, and if you want to add like a bunch of polish to it later, that's great. But right now, we just want the pickup treasures, you know, just a little less tedium. But and when they were talking about it in the other dev note, it was something about like a skill tree and all this other stuff that really isn't needed. But you know, it's the Epic 7 artistic touch, so a lot of their art kind of takes away from the timeliness of getting stuff out that the community's asking for. It's just about it. I saw KHS from Soccer Spirits. Oh boy, that game. We got slapped 79 times, and this is our 80th time. ML Summon is supposed to be just 4-star, 5-star. Mystic Summon should not exist. Oh, they're saying Mystic Summon. I got everything from Covenant Summon. For me to get ML 5-star, I need to keep on paying. Right now, complete gacha is illegal outside of Korea. I don't get what he means. But E7 is doing something worse. Mystic Summon needs to go away. It is a system that should not exist. It is not something you can make better. You have to stop giving us blank promises. The way you speak to us makes me feel like you're treating us like 15% revenue. I guess this must be a translation thing. Stop talking to us like that. Answer. I think you're asking if our fundamental system, gacha, is wrong. I think I'm telling you the same thing. I know that it is hopeless, difficult, and all. I don't think I can give you the answer right now. If I say I would think about it, you would call it BS. We'll discuss about it internally, and if we cannot find a good solution, we'll bring a revolutionary change to summon system by the end of July. That's pretty close. Like 2 weeks. Huh. Yeah, there is a lot of like, I'm not getting who I wanted. Please do something. There's a lot of that, but I mean, in the end, you know, everyone they do things personally, so that's just how it is. Wrath, I like your avatar, dude. You got Broly. Twice would be nice, but Ruby needs a doobie. Oh crap, did it go with it? Shoot, I didn't mean to put that. Alright, sorry about that. That was my Knights Chronicle thing. See here. Bring back the Korean community. Better skill cutscenes. Better background music. Answer. I know the bad side effects of using Stove Community. But Nivar Cafe doesn't give us functions that we want. The function that we need can only be provided by Stove. We'll try our best to get more players on its way. Oh yeah, the power of Dizzy. Almost everyone in Korea has a Naver ID, but not everyone has a Stove ID. If you really think about the user experience, you should reopen Naver Cafe. I don't know how much it would cost you, but it's obvious you need to open it up. I guess this must be like an internal website thing that they have that we don't really have. I don't know, I'm not that clear on this, so I can't really comment. BGM. We concentrate on making BGM background music. We'll try our best to make it fitting background music for Guild War as well. Yeah, you know, to be perfectly honest, I don't like most of the music for 2, but, you know, it's a small thing. Okay. I also wanted to say sorry for question and answer session we had for Festa. I want to say sorry for saying 50. Was there a big controversy when he said that 15% revenue comment? Did he mean like the non-whales? Is that what he was talking about? I remember seeing that up here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. The way you speak to us makes me feel like you're treating us like 15% revenue. Stop talking to us like that. Custom background music options? That'd be cool, yeah. Heroes and artifacts in same pool, yeah, that would be a good question. Alright, let's see. This is one I agree with. ML summon, 40 pity, what the fuck? You're gonna pay 12k to get an at 5 ML hero? It makes no sense. Is that what it would cost? All the crystals? It'd be 12,000, whatever the currency is at least. It makes no sense. 40 pity has got to go lower. Put ML3 into normal summons. You pay people back who pulled ML3 before Galaxy Beam. I don't know about that. That's a little bit too much. If they were going to put ML3 into normal summons, then they would have to make ML summons like, you know, like 15 marks or something like that. Like something really rare then. So that would get an ML heroes. That would just become like normal. And there's a lot of 4-star ML heroes that are technically better than most of the 5-star ML heroes. I do agree with him that 40 pity is kind of dumb. That should go down to 20, 15, but my opinion. But whatever. Once again, it's not a big deal, because how often are you really doing that? Let's see. Make it so that you get no dub in ML summon. No dub, like double, or duplicate, everyone. Split heroes and artifacts in summon, that's a good point. You said we need Artie and Hero to play the game. You know what? We'll decide what to summon. There you go. Oh, look at this guy. Balls on him. Or her, who knows. Remove Mystic Summon. Make it summonable with normal back bookmarks. Yeah, there's a point I'm gonna touch on that afterwards, Ambo. Just remind me, okay, if I miss it. I want to talk about the end game for this game. Anyways, let's see. Answer about ML Summon. I have been telling you that we understand, we feel about the problem. We'll share the details with you by July 31st. Hero plus artifact in Summon. Before it can be 2-star, 2, 3, plus 3, 4, and 5-star hero. I didn't like monsters, so our alternative was artifacts. I can't tell you anything about it right now. So they're saying they were going to add monsters to ML summon or just regular summon? Because he asked about ML summon. And maybe they're talking about. I don't know. Whenever I summon on Mystic Banner, I always get like the freaking 3-star artifacts. So silly, but whatever. About Mystics, we'll give you a proposal about new summon. God, I know summon system in the future, maybe by 731. If not, we'll tell you the date again. They don't need any more summons, that's for sure. My opinion, they don't need any. This is Gumi level. Gumi's a pretty high Question, we are customers. If you want to keep the system, you should drop the hope to get our trust back. Also, balance. Nerf ML Nat 5 for content. Auto for hunts. Nerf ML Nat 5. Balance I get for content. Auto for hunts. Unequipped costs, remove it. Half of Molagora costs. Make it so that you can buy Mola with Stigma. No, that would destroy the game. Unless the Stigma cost was like super freaking high. But disagree on that one, but oh well. Let's see here, make it, oh yeah. Answer, ML Aura plus at A heroes are too strong in the game. Just like what you said, we really want to nerf and balance in the game, but if we do that, I think we're showing a lack of responsibility. We'll first try to balance it out. If it doesn't work, we'll nerf them. Dude, if they nerf ML Aura, do you know how many people will be like fucking pissed? And it's not even me, like I personally don't care because I don't have MLR, but everyone who did get her, and like especially the people who paid money, like hard money to get her, they will fucking stop. I think they're in a bad choice if they start nerfing ML5 heroes, but because it's not like she's like completely destroying PvE content or anything you said afterwards. We'll talk about it. You just dismissed the question. Yeah, just recall her. Try to resolve it by 1 year anniversary. 1 year anniversary? That's November. Yeah, man. Okay. Maybe we'll consider about using Stigma for auto repeat. Oh, if it's just straight auto repeat, that wouldn't be bad. Huh. They'd have to limit it though, like, I don't know how much. What's up, Swin? Do I support or am I against ML Pity? I don't mind ML Pity, but if they're going to put an ML Pity in, it needs to be less than 40. 40 is a little much. Like I said, I would go 20 or 15, personally. Because it's not like you're summoning those every day or anything. And I know people are going to say, but then the whales get stuff anyways. There's really nothing you can do to stop it. I'm okay with that. Just I think 40 is kind of dumb, though, because I haven't even summoned 40 MLs. And even Ambo, who's like summoning like crazy, he hasn't summoned 40 MLs the whole time the game's been out. Yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Anything you said afterwards, blah, blah. Those things consist functionality of pets, so we'll tell you later on. Oh no, wait. What's gonna have pets? The auto system? That's probably what he's about. You know, someone made a point to me. You're against this one? Let me know why. Let me know why. Maybe there's something I'm not considering. Someone brought up in one of my other videos, they were saying, why the focus on pets for auto system? Like, why not just put an auto system in and then have pets be their own thing? Where, you know, it could randomly buff you or whatever the hell. Passive stat buff, whatever. And I kind of agree with that, because connecting it to a whole system, like, I don't want the system to be something silly, like, your pet now collects 10% more treasure, and you have to give, you know, 8 Molagoras, or whatever the farming thing's gonna be for that. Like, your pet is now 5% more attentive, and will pick up chests 5% more. Yeah. We'll see. When Ryder was glitched, you're nerfing on that. What's up, Blue? Alright. By the way, what's up, everybody? We're going over the question and answer notes. I'm doing a live video, more live quote unquote video on YouTube. So stay tuned if you want to like throw down. You nerfed 2-star so much that you cannot compare it with 3 to 5-star. You nerfed Scorpion, you took away Phantasma. You sold package, you changed morale so you cannot run the whole maze. Oh yeah, I get what he said. You took away A. Collie from buff list. Says Windrider was glitched, but it was so good in Arena, you nerfed it. Even when you sold it in Mystic Summon, you changed the description of the skill, and sometimes you changed the skill effect for your chase. You haven't given us any... What's up, Totans? You haven't given us any details about the future. Do you know the main theme of episode 2? You don't know, okay? Trust and harmony. You took that away from us. Damn, dude. He's going all in. He's using their own, like, the power of friendship against them. Did you know that you can have up to 30 people in guild? You can only place 28 people in Guild War. We are starting the regular season and you didn't change it. You made the system so that we have to place the weakest person in the castle. Usually you need to put the strongest guy in the castle. Are you aware of this content? Peace and harmony, or trust and harmony. Answer, 2-star nerf. We have artifact and hero in the gacha system. We wanted you to raise heroes you pull from gacha more so than monsters, so we nerfed it. Yeah, bullshit, no. They nerfed it because they're like... Sorry, everyone listening. Thank you for the sub. I don't know, do my proper thank yous.
Hey.
Hey. Sorry to everyone that was listening on earphones. My bad. Sorry, Wrath. Who said? I turned it down to 30%. It was at 100. Wasn't expecting a sub on this stream. No 10s. Thanks for the sub, dude. Alright, so let's keep going here. We wanted you to raise heroes you pull from gacha more than monsters, so we nerfed it. No, they nerfed it because... Oh, wait, let's see. Scorpion nerf, it was a mistake on our side. Well, I'm going to say sorry. If you use it, you should have known that it was a glitch, because they don't sit in the lobby. Or it has no walking motion. What? They had a detonate skill, which could have ruined the game, so we had to change it quick. Well, yeah, that's why you changed it. Like, who cares about how they look in the lobby? Phantasma removed from shop. The reason why we took it out is because we want you to use Stigma. Oh, that's stupid. I don't like that one. See, I hate to be one of those guys that's like super negative sometimes, but it's like, it was already in the shop. If he wants to use Stigma, the end result is the exact same thing. Like, we get a fucking Phantasma the same way. So what's the problem of having a Phantasma package if people want a Phantasma package? Whatever. Why did you add the Phantasma package? Oh, wait, hold on. The reason we took it out, we wanted to use Stigma, so we took it away from Ancient Quang Shop and put it in Stigma Shop. Oh, well, it's still in the shop, then I guess that's... Why did you add the Phantasma package? Answer, Mega Phantasma is easy to get, so I added upper level Phantasma in the package. We didn't know removing them from the shop would make you mad. Morale minus 50 system. We know that playing Maze would stress you out. It takes a lot of time, so we brought the change. Reason why making... Oh, because, you know, to be perfectly honest, I think the morale system kind of silly. Like, I get what it's supposed to do, and that's fine, but... The amount of morale decay is a little much for, you know, hardened adventurers, you know, stone cold killers and all that. Like really, can you see, like, Says and, you know, like, martial artist Ken all of a sudden getting sad because they had to kill 10 packs and some bosses? No, they'd be like, let's get on! You know, just like we all do on our battle rages whenever we play dungeons in pretty much any game, right? I think it's a little dumb, but if it was going to go to minus 50, though, I think that it shouldn't go to minus 90% stats. It should go to something that's, like, challenging, like, say, 40-50%. And then at that point, like, it's still a very... manageable if you're like really geared and really to a point lucky. But it's challenging, and then what would be cool with that too is if they added like some rewards or something like that on top of it. Like, oh, you beat it with 40%, so now you get additional treasure drop or guaranteed whatever. Like that'd be pretty cool. Buff the monsters, yeah, that might work too. Okay, so let's. Reason why making gift cost 2 to 4 in Raid Dungeon. We were trying our best to make new content. I think that was a fail on our side. About 1,000,000 question marks that says Overlord sound. Oh, when Overlord has the emotion. Oh. And another dumb thing about Raid, I can't believe whatever they call it, Heroic Raid or whatever the raid is where you get the Queen as Monty Jewel and you go in and you can do it like you get like one a week unless you're buying it from the shop too. Then you get 2 a week. I think that's silly, and they still only have 2 bosses open. Like, why? Like, you've had all this time. All you literally have to do is program it so that we can go and kill all the bosses. But for whatever reason, they don't do it. And that's another thing I got to get to at the end too with the end game discussion. But anyways. Assassin Coley, the reason why we removed her from the buff list was because we needed more time to think about it. Can someone catch me up on Coley, what the issue is with her? I don't get that one. Of course, I don't have her, but what's the point of removing her from something if you're not sure about it? Windrider says, Windrider has been here for 8 months, and I know you all were aware of the glitch. We had to fix it. When we say a skill glitch, if it doesn't match the description, we see it as a glitch. But when we see ambiguous things, we do whatever we want to do. Question. You're not going to bring back Windrider? Now that you think about it, they can just implement it where a Guardian on the team could count as a pet, and the Guardian watches over. Yeah, okay, I don't know what the Coley thing is. If anyone wants to comment on the YouTube video, go for it. I'll give my thoughts on it there. Let's see. You're going to bring back Windrider. We are aware that Windrider is not going to threat the current meta. So we talked about it, but it might affect things in the future, says Recall. How would that affect Windrider? Like, I get it says uses it, but, you know, Windrider's that useful, you'll just put on someone else if you don't want to use says anymore. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. With the, what's up, Pluto? Guys, check out Pluto Killer TV if you play this game, by the way. Really good guy. Well, whatever's happening with. We'll announce new policy by July 30th, so it seems like a bunch of big announcements are coming on July 30th. Well, it's only a couple weeks. Yeah, I don't have says either. Guild 30 members, only 28 can play. We know that there are sometimes people that can't play, so we made rooms. If High Rank Guild really wants to make 30-member Guild War, let us know and we'll I don't get what the drastic issue is with that. Like, you just put 8 in a couple things, or 10, I guess, whatever. Well, whatever, maybe something with the programming. About placing weakest person in the castle, we already internally talk about how we have to give out more points for taking down enemy castle. Yeah, that doesn't address what he asked. Okay, sure. Question, why did you put the artifact and heroes in a gacha? Here's a good answer. You can't play with just heroes. You need artifacts too. If you split gacha with hero and artifact, we thought you'd have a bad experience in game, so we had to put it together. Yeah. We all know why they're really doing it. It's to dilute the loot process because you need, it's just the way it is. Like, they were saying that if they didn't do that, they were going to add 2-star monsters to the gacha process. So, which would you rather have, 3-star artifacts or 2-star monsters? One or the other, because they're not going to change it any other way. Flimsy reasoning. I like that suggestion, Pluto. Use all 3 in the castle. Bad experience. Millie. Why can't you skip the skill cutscene? Answer, we talked about it and we tried it, but it looks so bad. Maybe we can talk about skip ticket for a dungeon. We What? No, you're not. You're not gonna do a skip ticket for a dungeon. They've been asking for skip tickets ever since. I remember reading that on the Korean notes when the game before the game was global. They're never gonna do that. Unless the game's dying, maybe. Why would it look bad? The way that Knights Chronicle does it, it shows like whatever the highest action point of the ult is. Like real quick, just like bing, bing. And it's like 1 or 2 seconds and it's over with. Like that would actually be preferable to what they currently have. But I was thinking about that too. We were discussing in the Discord. Like some of the things people have asked for: 2 times speed, skip ultimate cutscene, auto farm tickets, all that stuff. And people were saying that, well, if they put that in the game and they made the farming faster in the game, then they might be afraid that we'll bust through all the content really fast on a daily basis and not play the game as much. So we'll start to have that thing where we see it as a lack of content because we're playing it faster. I could see them thinking that because obviously you can kind of see how Super Creative thinks based on this question and answer. I don't know, like, I just wonder how much shorter the game would be if you could skip it. Like, let's just say skip Ultimate. You know, would it be like, if you got your daily routine down, would it be like a 20-minute farming game, a 30-minute farming game per day, you know, on normal days? But the looks bad thing, come on. Like, whatever, it's not like a gigantic, huge deal for me, but I would like to see something help you farm faster. My biggest thing, though, honestly, is the amount of clicks it requires to do all the upgrading. I wish that they could streamline that a little bit, but oh well. Question, are you saying you don't give a shit about user experience? It sounds like the dude from the Diablo conference was here. It fucks up the economy. No skip tickets. Reason you like all your gear is because you went through all of that. 2-star monsters you can use as fodder at least. You really don't care about artifacts, either? There are some really good artifacts, but most of them are like the high-end artifacts, you know. But there's exceptions like Candlestick and that type of thing. Are you saying you don't give a shit about the user experience? We used to have skill cutscenes like 15 seconds, just like other games. But we wanted the game to look beautiful. This is the one thing I don't like about Super Creative. The artist is too powerful. The editor needs to step in and tell the artist, okay, we get it. Your game's beautiful. Now get to work. But oh well. We want the game to look beautiful. Like Universe, was it 2 and 6 or 2? I forget, in Dragon Ball Super. We already worked it out and made skill cutscene to be short. Question, do you think the game can recover? You lost revenue, you lost users. What is the reasoning why you didn't communicate with the users? You said you will work things out, and I will keep my eyes on you. I only see this conference as a political issues. I think when it gets resolved, you'll start to not communicate with us again. Answer, we'll take care of the community more. They use the word control, but I use take care instead, because I think that's what he means. He probably should have, like, disclosed that. That's gonna control you. Better keep your eyes on us, because we got Sharingan. To be honest, artifacts feel more like a stigma. You already have a hard enough time getting 4 to 5 star units. You don't bust your ass getting 4 to 5 artist stats. What's up, Kent One? What is this list? This is a translation of the question and answer session that Super Creative had over at a little conference in Japan over episode 7. In fact, yeah, I'll put the link in the chat if anyone wants to read along or just read by themselves. Let's see here. Question. How are you going to take care of people's accounts getting logged into from another region? Answer. We noticed that from our Lost Ark success, there were many attempts from other regions trying to log into the Stove accounts. I've seen that. I actually considered logging into Lost Ark, but they do a reset of all the accounts on Stove every 2 to 3 months, and basically if you pay for like a Korean account, because you can only get in Korea, you lose it every time they do that. Question, when are you going to prevent this to happen? Answer, we've been working on it, but we can't tell you the exact dates. So let me know. Question, I know many of you have different opinions. I am more concerned about security and the game. Who is in charge of this whole thing? I don't know who is, but all of you are just saying sorry. I want someone to take the responsibility. But I don't see anyone doing that. Who is in charge of the Una engine? You? If there was a security problem, I thought you would shut down the server and fix it and put a server again, but you didn't. How long would it take for you to prevent this to happen? I hope he didn't answer that. That'll give hackers all the information they need to know. Give us a date on when you can stop this cheat-o-matic, so that if you fail to do so, give us a promise like if you can't do it, you give out full refund or shut down the server. Damn, this guy wants a lot. Yeah, but you can get accounts with reset keys on them. Oh, can you? Oh, I didn't know that one. Let's see here. KHS. Oh, that must be, that dude that was famous for PvP and, that other game's called. I think that I am the most responsible person about this whole issue, but I don't think I can give you the exact date about the whole thing. We'll discuss about it internally and let you guys know. Don't answer. But that one, actually, I'm happy they didn't answer too much on that, because, yeah, it's an issue and they gotta deal with it, but they shouldn't give out too much information on exactly what they're gonna do, because then the hackers will be like, oh, they're gonna work around that, then we'll just do this. And there'll always be a backdoor. So, good answer there, in my opinion. Question, communication and trust. I think you guys have no idea about these. You have a you have a different perspective than the users. You talk about Molagora. It takes 14 weeks to fully enhance skills for a Nat 5 hero. You say you'll reduce Molagora costs, but it's probably going to be something like 10 to 20%. You said that you'll put in a pity system for ML. Those people who got lucky will be scared. Whales will come right back in packs, with packs of ML Nat 5s. Answer, we're going to hire more people who have experience in E7. ML Pity Summon is 40 times. Random Nat 5 ML. Oh, what's up, Shank? Okay, yeah, I'll check it out later, dude. Alright, as soon as I can, okay, bro? Oh, wow. Alright, I gotta try to read this without laughing. You called an Epic creator and told him to say good things about Epic 7. You also called Tenha at 10 p.m. and said you will find him. What? This shit never happened to me when I was an Epic creator. You will find him. Did Tenha say something really bad about the game or something? They like pissed him off? Is that what happened? He said if he goes missing, he asks his viewers to call the police. I wonder if he's a dude that streams from Korea or something. That might actually be a pretty serious threat. I don't even know why you made the conference to be Monday. You made the top 3 Epic creators in Korea to quit the game. What do you think about this? I mean, they got rid of a lot of the Epic creators except for Once in Love. As far as I know, at least. I left of my own accord, by the way. That's a whole nother story. Pluto's involved. So not because he wanted to. Anyways, I'll have to tell that story another. Answer, I'm sorry, we already let the Epic creators that we would go. We went because we got the permission to go. I want to say sorry to the Epic creators. Really? Oh, whatever. For full disclosure, the reason I quit there were 2 reasons I quit Epic creators. Number 1, you guys all know who by now, so I won't say who. 2 people got in a gigantic fucking fight, and one of them would not stop. And unfortunately, in the Epic Creator Discord, it made it so that one of the what do you call them, GMs, basically the GMs had to resign because she couldn't control one person from going off on another person, and that person kind of screwed it up for everyone else. Kind of what happened. So I left before that spiraled that far because I actually had some nerve damage in my leg and I really couldn't sit down or do anything for a long time. So I told them I couldn't make all their demands that they came up with after we signed up and everything. I did try to email and see if I could get back on, but I didn't know at that point they were planning on getting rid of most of the other ones. So it is. I didn't apply for the new. I didn't. KHS. I think I'm gonna have to take the fact that they had quit the game. I'm sorry to say to the creators. No, I didn't quit the game. Couple did. Smilegate is sucking so much dick they can't see the sun. Yeah, you can comment all you want if you do. If you want to. Go. Let's see here. Important things. Says recall, 3-star character, Molagor refund. ML pity system. First they said it was going to be 40 times. This may change in the future. Don't count on it. Main issues will be addressed by 7/31, if not by anniversary. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so let me give you my thoughts. I'll go on to the in-game thing that I promised you guys, and then I'll just please synopsis what I think of all the different topics. The one, well, there's a couple knocks I can give E7, but usually E7, it's usually trending upward as far as improvements to the game, but it's like fairly slow, and then like, and then an occasion, and then like trend back upwards. The weird thing I find about Epic 7 right now is the end game is pretty much, unless you're really into PvP, the end game is pretty much Hunt 11. Hunt 11 is harder than Raid, and the gear that drops in Raid versus Hunt 11, clearly Hunt 11 is better overall. I mean, there's other stuff to do. I'm not saying there's not other stuff to do, but as far as end game, getting your characters strong, I find it weird that the end game Raid is weaker than fighting a Wyvern or Golem or whatever over and over and hoping it drops the main stat that you want on your boots or your ring or whatever the hell drops. Actually, rings. But you get what I'm saying. So I always found that weird for an end game for PvE, but it is what it is, and just the way it is for now. And I already went over what I thought about Raid and how Raid should be improved, but they're working on it, so the way that is. There was a lot of negativity for sure. Did they remove Mango? He was the one that started the whole shit. I don't honestly know Pluto for sure. Mango was definitely involved. It was like the whole spat between him and Scion was basically what happened, but I'll just say Mango was a lot quieter than Scion was for the most part. So, and not that, you know, Scion, he's got the power to do whatever the fuck he wants. That's great, but I will say one thing. I will be very careful in the future if I'm ever in any type of like official program again with those two. And like if I see even one of them starting to do what they did in that one, I'm gonna tell them, I'm like, guys, please don't get everyone kicked out because you guys hate each other. That would be the one thing I would say. As far as whatever they want to say about each other, that's fine. I don't really care. You know, like I want people to think more about the community than themselves. Like that was one thing. There's a guy named Joshverse does YouTube videos. That's one thing he pointed out to me. He said that Epic 7, the creators for Epic 7, I'm not just talking about the Epic 7 creators, but everyone that makes content for it on YouTube, Reddit, guides, what have you, everyone is their own island. If you notice, there's not that many collabs going on. And so, of course, there's going to be a little bit of competition, and healthy competition, fine. But when you start going like, I don't like the methods that this guy does, I don't like the methods that this guy does. Hey, maybe I don't either, but you know, make a video about it. Don't like confront them over and over repeatedly. But that's just my opinion. So whatever. The macro thing. I heard that they were getting they got hacked by like some Windows 97 hacking utility, which, if true, you know, that's fairly bad because, I mean, you know, there's going to be cheating that goes on and macros that go on in games anyways, but I'm hoping that they address this sooner than later because if there's a lot of people getting buff, you know, without even like putting effort into the game per se, then that's kind of screwed up. ML chance 40. Personally, I'm okay with an ML chance, or excuse me, ML pity system or whatever. But if you're, how many, you guys can comment in the comments too if you're watching this on YouTube. Hell, you guys in chat too if you feel like it. How many of you have even summoned on one account 40 times in the ML summon? Because that sounds like if you're really playing the game every day, maybe once a year, you'll get over 40, whatever it is, 50, whatever you do. So I would like to see that go down to minimum for me 25, but 20 something like that. But that's probably not going to happen. As far as ML3s go, there are some useful ML3s. I forget her name. There's like an archer that's really good for one of the hunts. And then there is Harado, which Harado was a meme that we were all making fun of him. But to be perfectly honest, if you look at the meta, for a long time, maybe not so much now, but for a long time, he was a super hard counter to meta. Basically, he removed buffs, so Angelica's and stuff like that. He can remove that stuff, and he could do some deeps too. So, but don't tell anybody because if people find out he's useful, they'll nerf the living shit out of him because we all know how that goes. 25 seems about right for pity. I got trolls. Oh well. Anyway, so. Automation Tower. The one thing I don't like about Automation Tower, it seems like a lot of the rewards are kind of bland unless you really hurting for gold. The upgrade tokens are fine. I was just expecting at the higher floor levels, like bookmarks, Molagora and stuff like that. Not like other stuff. So let's see here. Meant those bosses to be challenging. Yeah, to be perfectly honest, too, Automation Tower is kind of boring to me. Honest. I think I'd get to 66 and I'd be like falling to sleep. I need to go ahead and figure out some other way to keep myself entertained. Here. Leafs, why does it only recover 80 energy? Why not full energy? Other mobile games have different policies. We made it from 75 to 80. It's good for beginners and not so good for players at high levels. We're thinking about changing it. They've been thinking about changing it for a while, so that means they're probably never going to change it. Reporter guy, he has a bunch of specific questions. We kind of went over it. No, that's the guy that's mad that there aren't more plushies. Now, this is the thing I'm curious. Do you know anything about this, Pluto? We're going to make animation in Netflix for 2 months, but it didn't turn out well. Seen anything about that? I'd actually be interested to see them do an animation, but it'd be funny if they actually did it the way that you play the game. So, like, every time they fought, they'd get, like, gradually sadder. Morale went down. Anyways, pity summon. The whole thing about the refunds. I mean, I get what they're saying, but, a company's not going to give you refunds because you're unhappy. So technically, I could go back to the store and be like, that steak wasn't as good as I thought it was. I want a refund. You already ate it. The way it is. Oh, what else? World Boss. That goes. The one thing I'm wondering about World Boss is how many, because it says above 4 heroes. But is that 5 heroes? Is that 10 heroes? Who would be good on World Boss? Probably a lot of people on World Boss, from what I could see, they would probably try running, if they allow it, bleed, what do you call that, combust, or whatever, when you absorb the bleed combust teams, because there's a lot of heroes that can do that now. But, knowing super creative, they'll just make all the bosses immune to dots. Better cutscenes, better background. We concentrate on making DMG. Not really. Oh yeah, one question I had for you guys: are any of you guys really into the new story? Because so far I really haven't been, and granted it's not over yet, but kind of a snooze fest for me. Like as a creator, because for those who don't know, I wrote novels for a while. I'm conflicted because if you were to come and start playing the game right now, and you really don't have to go and experience the first world story, the first world story, it's almost like it didn't matter. Like, the whole lore about the Archdemon and the heir to the Covenant and the goddess and all that stuff. Like, it basically doesn't exist anymore. In a way, it's kind of good. In a way, it's just kind of like, kind of wish things mattered. But and especially since they have a 10-year plan, does that mean that in season 3, season 2 stories not gonna matter? Yeah, I don't know. I like it when the world's cohesive. I mean, most people probably don't care about that. Heroes and artifact in the same summon pool. I could see them separating it, but making it so that you would need X amount of summons. Like, how you get the golden transmute stone from the summons currently? You would need, say you get the gold transmute stones from hero summon, and then you're going to need another type of summon stone. Like, they kind of hinted that they were going to have another summon system, which, please God, no. We have way too much summon systems, in my opinion. But if they do ever split it up, I see them doing something like that to where we need currency from the other things, so you can't just, like, permanently not pull on artifacts and that type of thing. My customers are super. I don't know, anyone in chat, are you guys are really pissed off at the game for any reason? If so, state your reason, let me know. Stigma for Ardo repeat, that might be kind of interesting, actually. But then that directly counteracts your growth system, so getting your heroes star. That would be like kind of a weird balance. Yeah, the 2-star thing is just what. I still don't know about the Assassin Coley thing. Does anyone know about the Assassin Coley thing? And say they removed her from the buff list. I don't get what they mean by that. Oh, do they mean that they were going to give her buffs and then they backed out of it? Maybe that's what they. That's probably what. Wind Rider, I really could care less. I don't have one. You're pissed at the extensive amount needed to promote characters. Everything else you're fine with. You like the game, hate overdosing on the salt in general, to be honest. Her buff, and she didn't have to kill an enemy to get AoE silence off, just they took her buff away. Oh, okay. Yeah, that does kind of make her, well, you had a guarantee one way or another, and now you just gotta kind of make her one-shotty, which is kind of the build that everyone goes with her anyways. Weakest person. Artifact. Pluto, do you know anything about the financials? How big the game took a hit? 'Cause that's what this guy's alleging right here. I know they've lost users, but that's kind of what most gacha games do in their second year. Also, I thought they kind of took account getting logged in from another region. I thought they took care of that already, but I guess maybe it's a bigger issue in Korea here. 15% hit. You'd like to see a pity on all banners? Lots of big whales left, but you don't know the amounts. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, there's new games coming out, so. And whales, after they dominate one thing for a while, they like to move on. Dominate the latest, greatest, hottest thing. I will speak on this, and I do kind of agree with this. A lot of Netmarble's communication is, oh, we're talking about it, we're thinking about it. We don't know. We'll discuss it and let you guys know. I think it says and granted, they don't have to give us like their full roadmap on what they're planning and that type of thing. But I would like to see a little bit more solid answers other than, oh, we'll let you know. Oh, we'll let you know. But oh well, that's just. I'm still wondering about this. If anyone can give me some info on this, you called an Epic creator and told him to say good things about Epic Sub. Also called 10 High at 10 p.m. and said you will find him. Is there like some serious thing where like guys in Korea they'll like hunt you down if you say something bad about their gacha game? Or probably pretty serious business over there. Maybe be laughing. Oh well. So, anyways, I guess that's most of my thoughts on that. You guys have anything to add in the chat? Any major issue you're having with the game, etc.? Some drama with Tenha. Yeah, I'm actually curious about that. I mean, you know, I'm in freaking America, so if they called me and told me they were gonna hunt me down, I'd like laugh in their face. Here's my address. Come hang out. It's the house with the American flag outside. Fucking shoot you dead. I guess in Korea, of course, they're a much more gentle creature life than. Game is more or less fun. A few character bounces. What's up, Puka? And possibly make incomplete sets of gear still worthwhile, and you'd be. Yeah. I think what's my main mission for the game? I just want a streamlined. I'm with Pluto on that. I want a streamlined upgrade system. I remember someone was telling me about an upgrade system one time where it was like say the same way that the Phantasm work, except you didn't have to run them in the party as party members. They had their own slots on certain heroes, right? So you put them with the heroes, and they get an X amount of experience, and eventually it's just like, okay, you're done, and you don't have to worry about gearing them or any of that stuff. But you can still run your OP heroes or your farm heroes, and still get stuff done quicker. And then eventually it'd be like, okay, you've run this however many times, 60 times, 80 times. You can now promote this guy to a 5-star if you have the material. Would you like to do that? Okay, click. You know, rather than go into the menu, okay, find them, click, okay, upgrade, click, okay, choose everything I gotta upgrade, find all the upgrade things. Like, just be nice if it was just. And it seems like, because I've seen like much worse programmed games do that, and they just don't want to do it in this game for whatever reason. Like I would take something like that, and then other than that, just a way to farm faster. That's really all I want. I never get that, so I just gotta put up with it. They should have it where they keep the 3L ML pool, but when you call the 3L MM or higher, you get a galaxy. Huh. So kind of like a slow drip pity system, a little bit. You know, I could see them doing something like that, but they would water it down, though. It would be like the way Hunt is, to where you would get, like, energy, crystals, that type of thing. Like, they'd probably do something like that. Still better than Summoner's War, baby. What's up, Silva? You know what was funny? I was at my bar today, and I had a customer, and he was playing a gacha game, but I couldn't tell what it was, because it was a really dark screen. And like, hey man, what you playing? He's like, oh, it's Summoner's War. I have 3 accounts. I was like, really? Like, I tried to get on that game. They won't let me have an ID. Really? I can make an alt account right now. Yeah, because you have an ID. I don't have an ID. Cinevalis? Yeah, actually, there's a couple games. I'll go get. Yeah, there's a couple games I want to play. Sin Alice is one of them. Me and Pluto Killer have been playing Seven Deadly Sins, which is Japanese only right now, by Netmarble of all people, and it's actually pretty good. I don't know. You can speak on your experience with it, Pluto, but I actually had fun when I was playing it. I don't understand everything, but I saw the basics of how everything works, and the cutscenes are really good. So, and the system itself is really nice, actually. I like the fighting system. I would, there's so much more to find out about the game still. There was another game in my Discord that people. Let me. And I looked at like the trailer, and it actually looked pretty good. It was a game by Game Evil or Gameville, technically how they want. Anyways, it'll pull it up in a second. There I am looking at it. Oh, I'll put the link to the trailer for you guys. Something about playing this one. It's coming out next week, I believe. 20 something. Gotta scroll to it. It was back a little. A game called Alune Heroes. Apparently, there used to be a game called Alune Saga. That was kind of how it is, but I'm getting the trailer for you guys. You guys can look it up yourself. Well, it looked pretty interesting, so I'm gonna check that one out for sure. Not sure if I'll end up playing it a bunch. I also want to play Shining Beyond when it comes out. And what else was I know there's like one other game, I just forget what it was. But anyways, yeah, there's a couple other games I want to try out. So. Yeah, Gameville has some good games. It's a hit or miss on if they're gonna go too far in the gacha. Oh, that Final Fantasy Tactics game, I want to play that too. So it's called War of the whatever. Yeah, I know Game Evil is more fitting. I used to play those old Game Evil RPGs and Baseball Superstars. That was actually a fun game before they ruined it in 2013. But they let it go to pot, yeah. That's too bad. Alright guys, but anyways, so I guess that's most of what we got to say. 3D game, really good, especially coming from Netmarble, yeah. I'm gonna work on a video probably in the next few days. Netmarble's actually kind of redeemed themselves lately because I hear people that are playing Seven Nights are really happy with Seven Nights right now. They just added something that made the game a whole lot better. Knights Chronicle, they got rid of the costume paywall. And, they have a bunch of collabs going right now. They got an RWBY collab. Really good stuff from that game. And then, like I said, we were playing that Seven Deadly Sins game, me and Pluto, and that's actually a good game. So, I don't know. I might have to take them off the Axis of Evil. Right now, the Axis of Evil and Gacha Gaming, it's Nexon, Netmarble, and NCSoft. I may have to put Netmarble off that and promote, I don't know, someone else. Going for a pixel look? What's up, Turtle? It's just my blue shirt. It's really close to the green screen. Just the way it is. I don't care. I wanted to get this video out today before obsessing over all the small stuff like Team Super Creative does. We have to make everything artistic, and we want you to see our amazing Una engine. Here I am with basically a translucent shirt. Like, yeah, whatever. Let's just actually accomplish something. How about War of Crown? I can, Ambo. I wish I could. I can't. I have to cover a shift in 5 hours. Really need to sleep because I didn't get any sleep earlier. I'm being too nice. We got this dude at work that's like really, you know how when you give your number to someone at work and all they do is call you, it's like, oh, please, can you take my shift? Please, I have an emergency. Okay, let's just switch shifts. Oh, can you take your other shift that I switched with you, please? I gotta take someone somewhere. And the whole time they're just like drinking. Whatever the hell's going on. Sorry, Ambo. It's just the way it is, bro. Alright guys, well I wanted to thank everybody that participated. Hopefully everyone on YouTube, add your thoughts in the comments, etc. All that crap. I'm bad at promoting myself, so I'm not going to. It's just the way it is. Have a good night, guys. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Pluto, thanks for the host. Also, shout out to Turtle Ages for showing up late. It's all good, bro. I know. Good night, Puka. Good night, everybody. I'll see you guys later on. Salvo, good to see you, dude. Take care.